Hey, my name is Katherine Kane and I'm applying to teach at Breakthrough this summer. Today I'm going to be teaching a lesson on setting. Alright class, can y'all tell me a few aspects of a story that's present in almost every story we read?
Characters.
What do the characters do?
Characters are who the story's about.
Anything else?
Plot.
Plot. What is the plot?
It's the storylines telling you what happens.
Good job. Now let's talk a little bit more about these two. If by knowing the characters and the plot, we're off to a very good start. But when and where do the characters live? How long does the story last? And what else is going on when the story is taking place? This right here, all the things I just mentioned, help establish the setting. It is the setting. The setting is when and where a story takes place. Along with that, the setting also provides additional information about the story to the reader. Can y'all repeat that after me? The setting also provides additional information to the reader.
Additional information to the reader.
Good job. So let's say that I told you that the setting of a story is the Revolutionary War. What additional information could that provide to you as a reader?
That it took place a long time ago?
It took place in the past. So we know that it's not the future. The story is taking place in the past. What else does that provide?
It tells us that there's different types of weapons and technology.
Yeah, in the past they didn't have the same weapons that we have today. So the Revolutionary War is different than wars that take place today. Now let's explain a little bit more on technology. How is technology different back then?
Like communication. They wrote letters instead of phones.
Yeah, they didn't have a phone that they couldn't call and email or text somebody really quickly. They had to write letters or send messengers to get the word out. So simply knowing that the setting was during the Revolutionary War, that provides extra additional information to the reader. Now, the setting also helps establish the mood of the story. Can y'all repeat that after me? The setting helps establish the mood of a story.
The setting helps establish the mood of the story.
Good job. Alright, so what if I told you that a setting of a story took place in a graveyard on Halloween night? How might that make you feel?
It'd be kind of eerie.
Good vocabulary word.
It's just scary.
Kind of creepy. Anything else?
Very creepy.
Very creepy. Yeah, it kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. As opposed to, what if I told you that the setting of the story was at a Halloween party where the kids were dressed up about to go trick-or-treating? How might that make you feel?
Be fun and exciting.
Anything else?
Happy?
Yeah, because the kids are about to go trick-or-treating and get candy. And let's be honest, who doesn't like candy? Now, you see how those two different settings helped establish two completely different moods, even though the story both took place on the same night, which is Halloween. So, another thing that the setting provides, it is a backdrop of what's taking place in the story. Can y'all repeat after me? The setting creates a backdrop of the story.
The setting creates a backdrop of the story.
Good job. Raise your hand if you've ever been in a play or seen a play. Have y'all ever noticed that characters carry around props or that there's like a scene set up behind?
Yes.
The stuff that's set up behind helps create the setting. It helps create the background of what's going on in the scene. And the characters interact with each other on the stage, correct?
Yes.
And the plot and the story takes place on the stage, correct?
Yes.
But the setting is constantly in the background, right?
Yes.
And it sets a home and it sets a layout of what takes place in the story and what the characters provide or what the characters do. So, 3 things that we learned additionally to setting providing the place and the time that the story is taking place or where and when the story takes place are that the setting helps provide additional information to the reader. It helps create a mood of the story, and it helps provide a background to the story. This is my song, and it's about the elements of a story. And it's to the tune of Umbrella by Rihanna, and it starts like this. Starting out with exposition, it usually comes at the beginning. Follow it up with some rising action till you reach the climax and the point is turned. Falling down with some action, walk it out with the resolution. Those are the elements of my story. Those are the elements of my story. Ori, A, yeah, let's write!